GlowFlow, a quiet place for your thoughts. I used to believe that if I just had enough money, my life would finally change. Less stress, less pressure, more freedom, more happiness. But here's what confused me. People finally reach the number they've been chasing. And instead of feeling different, they feel exactly the same. Or sometimes, even worse. Why does money change your life, but not the feeling of your life? Most people think they're chasing money, but they're not. They're chasing a feeling: safety, freedom, relief, peace. The feeling that everything is finally under control. The feeling that they can finally breathe. The feeling that they are finally okay. That's why money feels so important. It's not about wealth. It's about emotional survival. A few years ago, I thought I found the answer. If I just get this job, everything will change. I imagined waking up without pressure, without that constant feeling of being behind, without stress sitting in my chest every morning. And when I finally got it, I remember thinking, this is it. But that feeling didn't stay. A few months later, it became just another normal life. And the same questions came back. What's next? Am I doing enough? Why doesn't this feel like I thought it would? Nothing was wrong, but something felt missing. Here's what most people don't notice. The mind doesn't hold on to success. It turns everything into normal. What once felt exciting becomes everyday life. A new income becomes normal income. A new life becomes just life. And then the question always returns. What now? Not because you're ungrateful, but because the mind is designed that way. But there's something deeper. Most people aren't chasing money. They're chasing a future moment, a moment where everything finally feels settled, where stress disappears, where life finally feels safe. So they build their entire life toward that moment. And then one day, they arrive. The chase stops. The pressure changes shape. And suddenly, there's silence. Not happiness, not sadness, just emptiness, because the direction is gone. Maybe the truth is simpler than we think. We were never chasing money. We were chasing what we believed money would give us: safety, freedom, relief, peace, the feeling of finally being enough, the feeling that life is no longer a problem to solve, the feeling that we can finally stop worrying. But here's the problem. You can reach the goal without ever getting the feeling. You can make more money and still feel insecure. You can achieve everything and still feel restless, because the goal and the feeling were never the same thing. That's why success feels strange for so many people. Not because they failed, but because they expected something the goal was never meant to deliver. Money can change your situation. It can make life easier. It can make life safer, but it cannot create meaning. It cannot create connection, and it cannot create peace. Those come from somewhere else. And while we are busy chasing the future, we forget something important. Life is already happening, right now, not later, not after the next goal, but here. Many people spend years preparing to live, preparing to relax, preparing to enjoy life, preparing to finally feel okay. But life doesn't wait for that moment. It's already moving. Maybe that's why nothing ever feels like enough. Not because life is missing something, but because we are missing it. Love, connection, peace, presence. The feeling of being fully here. And maybe that feeling was never in the future. Maybe it was always here, waiting for us to notice it. So ask yourself this: am I actually living my life? Or am I just waiting for it to begin?